Hey, welcome back to the channel. It's been quite a while, so my apologies. I've been trying to live a healthier lifestyle, so I've changed my diet quite a bit and I'm hitting the gym, and so far I'm feeling great. But I had to bench the videos for a little while since the day we have our Lorcana locals changed and I had to find the time to fit it into my schedule. Remember, your health comes first. Also, the winner of the channel's last giveaway sent us this amazing picture. Spreading joy is one of my absolute favorite things to do, and I'm glad this channel allows me to do it in a way I could not do it before. You guys spend time out of your precious day to view my videos, and so the least I can do is have a giveaway a couple weeks before each new set. And so here we go. We start by inking the tipo, playing the popsicle, drawing a card, and playing the bell. Best turn 1 for Blurple. Our opponent is playing RubyEmerald. It's a matchup we don't see every day, and we're so excited for it because we love facing decks that we don't normally face, and we love to try to like figure out how to beat it, go up against it, and also because it keeps us on our toes because we're not really sure what our opponent's gonna play next, you know. So I really enjoy that. My opponent plays a Diablo, revealing my hand. I ink into the unknown because I know that my opponent runs Ursula, and so they might drop that on their second turn and snipe that into the unknown, so might as well ink it so we don't go neg1. So I sell the Azure IC, drawing a card. Now I believe here I'm thinking whether I should ink an Elsa or a Bell Accomplished Mystic, but I decide to go with, you'll see it in a second, maybe not, an Elsa, because my opponent might play Cloud Kicker and I would hate for Elsa to be bounced back to my hand, so I rather play the Bell to prevent that. Also, both Elsa and Bell Accomplished Mystic have the ability to take out a Diablo, a Devoted Herald, because Elsa would exert him and challenge into him, or Bell can just transfer the 3 damage onto, or the 2 damage onto a Diablo. So we're good there. See, so now my opponent inks the Ursula because they saw that I inked the song, and they shift onto big Diablo, discarding Be King Undisputed, and then they sing Sudden Chill. I discard a Hades because he's not coming down anytime soon, and he's an inkable. Then my opponent plays Undermine, giving +2 challenger to one of his characters, or I believe it could be any chosen characters, even one of mine, and then I discard a card. I can discard Cogsworth. I ink, I play a Go, gain a lore. I should be at, I believe, 2 or 3 lore. Sorry, we put the lore counter ahead, like far from the camera, but in a bit we'll fix it, I promise you. I play the Queen's Castle, knowing that my opponent might have a hard time taking it out, so I'm gonna get as much draw as possible because I really need that in this matchup, since my opponent's deck is based around discarding my hand. So I need to be drawing as much as possible. My opponent puts 2 into the Queen's Castle. That Curse Moorfolk is not putting any damage on anyone, although it's welcome to trade with well, not trade, but crash into one of my characters. I would not mind at all. And they play another Curse Moorfolk and pass. I sing into the unknown with Bell, inking that Diablo, and then Go will take out the Curse Merfolk. And I believe at this point I have no hand, so I don't mind taking out the Curse Merfolk. And then I put both of my characters, Go and Bell, into the castle. My opponent plays a Maui Half Shark. This card is trouble. We have to take it out as soon as possible. My opponent quests with the Curse Merfolk, gaining 2 lore. I check the discard. I want to make sure that they don't have, or I want to see if they have any action cards in there that I would find threatening. So I'm just gonna quest up as soon as possible, as much as possible. So I sync friends with the other side with Bell, and then I sync friends on the other side with Goat. Drawing a total of 4 cards. So here, my reasoning here, because I exerted my characters, and that's probably like the last thing you want to do when your opponent has a Maui Shark on board, is okay. Right now I value my castle a lot because I barely have a hand, so I want to get as much draws as possible. So I presented my opponent a choice. Do you take out my castle, or do you take out these characters that are just gonna keep questing if you don't take care of it, and they might also remove your characters, you know? So I present them with a choice, and I see what they do. Oh yeah, and I forgot to mention that last turn I did a misplay. I played the popsicle, hoping that I would draw one of my many 4-cost characters or less, or instead of playing the Finders Keepers to draw a guaranteed 3, because I would value having a 3rd character. But we ended up drawing, I believe it was a Hades, so we end up not doing anything with 4 of our ink. So our opponent goes in, challenges our Bell, goes into his discard to grab one of the actions in there. He's thinking whether he wants to grab the Be King Undisputed, Set and Chill, or the Undermine. I think he goes for the Set and Chill just because he knows that our hand is, well, it's not really struggling anymore, but we're coming up in those later turns where we're gonna be able to drop those Hades, and our opponent has a Maui Shark, so definitely does not want to see a Hades. Uses the Undermine, so so he doesn't pick the Sudden Chill, he picks the Undermine, uses the Undermine, gives Maui +2 Challenger, and makes us discard a card. So I discard the Hades once again because it's uninkable, and we're about 2 turns away from being able to play it. So my opponent wipes out our characters, using Bruno to send back the Goat, and then they pass. We gain the 2 from the castle. We play Elsa. We just trade with the Maui Shark because we want to get rid of it, since it could take out our castle, and Curse Merfolk doesn't have any strength, so our castle will keep giving us that 2 lore, matching our opponent's Curse Merfolk. My opponent plays an Ursula. I reveal my Goat, Finders Keepers, and another Hades. So far we've drawn, I believe, 3 this game. And then Set and Chill, we discard an Elsa. We discard a Goat. We gain our 2 lore. Play a Finders Keepers, draw 3 cards, since we don't find our opponent's board threatening at all right now. That Curse Merfolk, the lore it gains my opponent is just gonna get matched by my castle. So then I play a Croquet Mallet. It's perfect because it gives our characters rush. We have 2 right now on the board, so we're ready to take out some characters. So finally, I realized, my apologies, that the lore counter was on the other side of the camera. So right now we're 15th. I'm at 15. My opponent's at 13. We're trying to close out this game as soon as possible, but are also trying to clear our opponent's boards because we don't want them to sneak any actions in there that might wipe our board and give them the easy win. So I Hades the Ursula. Always, please prioritize the Ursula Deceiver all, because that card can turn the tide so quick. So always prioritize the Ursula Deceiver of all. If your opponent has a Diablo and an Ursula Deceiver of all, always prioritize the Ursula, because the double singing can wipe out your board, can wipe out your hand. It's crazy. So always prioritize the Ursula Deceiver of all. So here we go. I'm at 17 to my opponent's 15. Castle is putting in some crazy work right now. and I have Genie exerted. My opponent takes out the Genie, trying to get draws with the castle, but it's proven tough with my opponent just taking everything out. But it's done its job. It's gained us like, I don't even know, like 8 lore or something, or even more, 10 lore, I don't know. Then Elsa exerting the Diablo and taking it right out. And then yeah, that's GG's. Game 1 goes to Blurple. Alright, game 2, let's go. As always, if you draw into your ramp, it's going to be a good day, and if you don't, you want to mulligan everything with the exception of keeping a 1-drop and maybe a Bell Apprentice Inventor. Otherwise, you send everything back. Also, I want to take a second to congratulate all the Disney Lorcana Worlds competitors that played this last weekend. They're all amazing players and they inspire us, well at least they inspire me, to become much better. I want to give a shout out as well to the Ravensburger and Disney staff that put it all together. They did an amazing job. And have you guys seen that new Elsa Icebreaker promo card and playmat? I want those so bad. So we're definitely going to try to make it to one of the challenges this year. Most likely Richmond, Virginia. So we're on the draw. My opponent starts by inking a Lilo and playing a Cursed Merfolk. And then they pass. I ink a Friends on the other side, knowing that Ursula might come on turn 2. I play a Popsicle, draw, and pass. My opponent inks a Diablo. They should definitely quest here with the Merfolk. They quest for 2, and they play a Flynn Rider. Already looking to discard my entire hand. I ink another Friends on the other side, trying to avoid the Ursula. I play a Sail the Azure Sea, draw a card, ink another Sail the Azure Sea, and pass. Whoops. My fiance and I have this thing we do that every time the clock strikes 5:28 p.m. or a.m. if we're up at that time, we send each other a voice message. You know, just pretty much saying that we love each other, because we got together May 28th, 2021, and so every day at that time we send each other like a reminder that we love each other. It's kind of maybe it's a corny to you guys, but for us it's something very special that we love to do for each other. My opponent sings Sudden Chill with Flynn Rider. I discard a Fox, and they quest for 2 with their Cursed Merfolk, putting them to 4 to my 0. We need to start catching up. My opponent's board is growing and ours is now +1. With Genie, we drew a card and then we pass. My opponent inks an Undermine. That card is pretty powerful. Let me know in the comments if you think it's better than Hypnotize, or if you think Undermine is better. If you think Undermine is better, or if you think Hypnotize is better. My opponent completely quests out, gaining a total of 5 lore with Ursula, Merfolk, and Flynn Rider, putting them to 9 to my 0. I'm gonna go ahead and use Genie to take out the Flynn Rider. I discard Cogsworth, and then I play Bell Accomplished Mystic, transferring that 1 damage that I took from a Flynn Rider to the Cursed Merfolk, bypassing its effect because it wasn't banished in the challenge. Then I pass. My opponent plays an Undermine, gives +2 challenger to his Ursula, and makes me discard a card. I discarded an Elsa. If you think about it, Undermine, if he plays Undermine while he has a Maui Shark on the in play, he gives it +2, putting it to 9, making me discard a card. He gains the lore, and if he really wanted to, and if somebody had a Magduck Manor on board, he can take that Magduck Manor out in 1 shot. Crazy. But yeah, here I take out his entire board. I banished his Ursula with Bell, and then I played Elsa, the 5th Spirit, exerted his Diablo and took it out with Elsa, and then quested for 2 with Genie. My opponent plays a Robin Hood. Each time someone plays that card, it reminds me of Jaquan from Lore Canada. Shout out to Jaquan. I ink an Into the Unknown, and then I just quest out with everybody, gaining a total of 5 lore, putting me to 7 to my opponent's 10. We're catching up pretty quickly now. Yeah, here I took a second because I was thinking about popping the popsicle to heal my Elsa or my my Belle, but I was like, if they top deck maybe like a Brawl like they just did, or a Dragonfire, they're gonna take whatever card they want out anyway, so I'll just save it just in case I draw a Belle, or maybe I'll use it in a better situation. So here my opponent plays a Lilo, causing an uproar, readying up the Robin Hood again. And they pass, not wanting to do anything else with the Robin Hood, which is smart because they wouldn't be able to take out anything, and it allows them to use that effect, its ability, one more time. But we play an Elsa, we exert it, and we still take it out with the Belle. And then we quest out with the genies, putting us to 11 to my opponent's 12. We play a Belle, popping the popsicle. See, if we didn't save the popsicle, we couldn't have done that, and then we pass. My opponent plays a Brawl, takes out the Elsa. I let him know that he might have wanted to take out the genie because it's questing for more, but he still chose to do the Elsa. I'm sure he has his good reason. You can see Miko in the background, my friend's dog. Such a cute dog. I ready up, draw. I play a Cogsworth, and then I quest out with everybody, questing out for a total of 7 lore, putting me to 18 to my opponent's 12. This game's pretty much over unless they draw Be Prepared. And yep, my opponent scoops it up and Blurple takes the match. As always, thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a great rest of the day or night. Happy questing!